Hello, my name is Adam and welcome to UK theme parks. Now, I do hope you are enjoying the snow. There's quite a lot of snow up and down the country. Down here on the south coast, we've actually got it. We usually don't. It kind of just flutters around everywhere else and we don't get it. But it is quite severe outside, so I do hope you're staying safe in the snow. But please enjoy it if you can. It's great to see the white stuff occasionally. Now then, much to the delight of my staff, I've been trapped home today because I can't get to work, and we've just come across, obviously, one of the new things from Chessington World of Adventures, which is the Gruffalo Groove. Now then, we actually had a look it's a couple of weeks ago now. It's probably towards the end of January, where the park actually advertised on the Merlin Entertainment site that they were looking for entertainers and actors for a new Gruffalo stage show called the Gruffalo Groove, and it didn't give a lot of information, so we kind of waited for the park to announce it, and on Well Book Day they decided to announce the new show for 2018. Now, the Gruffalo Groove, as you can imagine, is going to be themed around the Gruffalo, will take place on the Gruffalo Arena. Now, it was really, really strange because the Gruffalo Arena, formerly Madagascar and Penguins of Madagascar, you know, that was a fantastic show, and particularly the Penguins one, we never really got bored of it. You know, we could go to Chessington probably twice a month, generally, as a family unit. I kind of went a bit more, and you know, every other time we would watch it and not be bored. We could sit there for 15 minutes and watch it. It was quite entertaining. You know, it was great for the kids, it's great for the families, and you know, people don't necessarily visit Chessington all the time, so to see a proper live show, you know, it's really, really good. And last year, it just seemed a real letdown that they opened a, you know, Gruffalo ride, a river ride adventure down in Wildwoods, and then the show wasn't there anymore, and there was no kind of show. I mean, it's a bit disjointed anyway that you have the Gruffalo Arena in Africa when the ride is in Wildwoods further down the park, but I can't think they can get around with that when they have actually got a big show. So all they did last year was show projections of Gruffalo movies, and they had meet and greets and things on a big screen. And I have to say, it really lacked energy. In fact, Chessington, who have always been really good at putting shows on as a general rule, really lacked energy last year. You know, the Panda show was poor. It's always been poor, to be fair, but it was particularly poor last year. And if that doesn't come back for 2018, I don't think it's going to be very sorely missed. You know, the half-term event one was poor. And you know, the ones they put on the arena have always been really, really good. And when Penguins of Madagascar was going on there and it was being swapped from the Madagascar show that was on there initially, that Christmas they had a Gruffalo show on there for the Winter's Tale, and it was brilliant. Possibly one of the best shows Chessington had done. The storyline, the involvement was really, really good. So, Gruffalo Groove, a little bit of excitement for it. Now, because it's Merlin and possibly Chessington, we don't find out as much information about this as perhaps we would like. So we will read what they have published about this. Grab your dancing shoes and join the Gruffalo Groove. So we're definitely assuming it's going to be some kind of musical story adventure. Launching on the 30th of March. Now, this actually became apparent to quite a lot of people because of the preview day, not because they seen the advert. It's kind of a you know, thing that the geeks, if you will, have, and they can look at and potentially see what's new. But for your average person, they kind of look at the terms and conditions when they book preview day for your annual pass users, and it came up on there that the Gruffalo Groove would not be open until the 30th of March. That's when it's launching, 30th of March, which is ready for Easter weekend. That's when a lot of rides are launching. That's when we're expecting the Walking Dead ride to launch as well. Journey with other Chessington adventurers at the Gruffalo Arena through the deep dark wood and encounter some familiar creatures from the much-loved story along the way through song and dance. Both kids and parents alike can learn words and moves too, to keep your eyes peeled for an appearance of Gruffalo himself. So, we're kind of expecting this to be a little bit of a musical, which generally they are. I mean, if you look back at the Penguin and Madagascar show, and you look at back at the Madagascar show, you know, there were story points, and there was quite a lot of singing and dancing, quite a lot of getting up and you know, getting involved, which the children certainly love, and you know, that's what makes it a really special show. And this is going to be absolutely no different at all. It looks like it will be very, very similar, and it looks like if you can learn the words and moves too, that, you know, potentially they will teach you the moves, because they usually stand on stage and teach you the moves, and we would expect some aspect of the screen to say stay, so you could see the words as well, which would kind of make sense. The question will be, will they redress the set? Because the set itself is pretty boring, to be honest with you. The one they had there for the Gruffalo show during the Winter's Tale was actually really quite nice. The Madagascar one was quite nice. The Penguins of Madagascar one was a really sort of modern looking one. So I would kind of expect a few changes to the show itself. But, you know, although it doesn't say here, it does say on the entertainment site that this is a daily show. It's a daily show throughout the season. So where they, towards the end of the Penguins of Madagascar, when budgets were probably tight, it became a weekend show, and it became a holiday show or a half-term show, summertime show, October half-term show. In fact, I think in the last season it didn't even open for October half-term, they shut it in September. But it does clearly say on the advert that it is a daily show, so perhaps we will finally be getting some kind of daily show back at Chessington World of Adventures. Now, we don't know, as we said, this will be in conjunction with Pandemonium, or whether or not this will be something completely new. But Gruffalo Groove, new for 2018, won't open with the park, but will open in time for the Easter holidays. And we're quite excited for it. We love a good live show. It was really, really missing last year, and the Panda show is dreadful. I'm sorry, Chessington, because we're massive fans of yours, but it's a dreadful show. Please just use that for something else. But the Gruffalo Arena stage is a lovely stage. It's lovely and big. There's great seating around it. You get a great atmosphere. The children love it. So this is fantastic news when you consider Tiger Rock opening in May, and you consider this opening in March, that Chessington have got a couple of really new great additions finally, because they've lacked over the last few years, but finally some great additions 2018. So Gruffalo Groove show, 30th of March, Easter weekend, will open. Hopefully will be a daily show, but we'll probably find out a little bit closer to the time and report back to you on kind of how often it's going to be. And we're excited for it. We're excited for it. You excited for it? Do you like Chessington's live shows? Did you like Penguins at Madagascar? Well, you haven't left. Did you like the original Madagascar show? Because they still have meet and greets now, and they still have the Penguins out now, so they've definitely kept sort of the rights to it from DreamWorks. But Gruffalo Groove will be the new show at Chessington in 2018. It looks to replace just a static screen, and we can't wait. My name's Adam, this has been UK Theme Parks, and we'll see you next time.